Hello, I'm IBX and welcome back to another Minecraft 1.13 video. Today I want to talk about the latest pre-release that just came out today, because 1.13 is still in development. It is still intended to be released next Wednesday, but something rather interesting has just happened because they broke the record for most pre-releases for a Minecraft update. This is the 8th pre-release for 1.13, and there's going to be a good chance for a 9th pre-release as well, and we're almost breaching the time for the longest time spent in pre-releases, so what's the deal with that? And the simple answer to that question, the really basic one, is well, they need to fix bugs. The 1.13 update has brought in so many bugs to the game because it is one of the biggest Java Edition updates we've seen in a very long time, and because of that they need to fix those bugs. The longer story behind it is that, they actually added secret features not only in other updates but also on this one, and I figured let's talk about what the secret in this update was, because it's a really weird one. It's a dead one, you could say, but let's talk about all of that and more. Hopefully you'll enjoy the video. Like it if you do like it, because it helps out the channel a lot, and let's know you are excited for 1.13 and maybe want to see videos on that as well when it comes out. I've been covering 1.5 and such over the last few days, but maybe you want to see 1.13 because you're a Java Edition player. I don't know, you tell me, but let's get straight into talking about what they've added in this update, because it's mostly bug fixes. So if you actually check the official list, it's like, okay, we've fixed stuff like the locate command not giving precise numbers, and it's like, yeah, that's a thing that they should be fixing. And a lot of other fixes are fairly minor, like stuff you run across from time to time, such as like the black block glitch where lighting wouldn't quite work. They fixed that a little bit more. I mean, they have to fix it a bunch of times. They fixed it where sticky pistons were not able to actually drag glazed terracotta. Kind of a key one. I mean, again, very niche, but also very important. They fixed water dripping from transparent blocks, sticky pistons not updating blocks they can't pull, a bunch of other changes that I'll just like scroll from screen right now, because again, this isn't what most people care about in the update. What most people care about is it closer to release, and also what's that secret feature thing you mentioned earlier. So to answer the question, is it closer to release? It looks like it. Like, although I would say there is still definitely a chance they'll push back their release date. I think one more pre-release to fix stuff like 1.12 worlds, because one of the big issues we've seen for quite some time now is worlds from 1.12 that were generated with the customized world settings, which again, it's been a big issue for 1.13. They load in but really slowly, so it's not working perfectly, but they do exist at least. And the other thing, of course, is the fact the other thing is the fact that there's just a lot of, small bugs for small issues. Like, you'll never be able to get the game perfectly bug-free, but everyone has their own different standard, and a lot of people say, this bug needs to be fixed first. So yeah, depending on who you ask, maybe your least favorite bug or your favorite bug, whichever one it is, hasn't been fixed yet, but that's kind of that. Let's talk about the secret feature though, because in my opinion, I find it interesting that they added a feature to the game without mentioning it on the changelog whatsoever. That's called a secret feature because the only way to find out about it is by watching one of these videos, say, and the reason this is secret is because they've added a Minecraft bedrock feature that you probably would have assumed was in the game already, and maybe that's why they've done it this way, but they've added dead coral fans for the very first time to Minecraft. So there's 5 of them, so there's 5 new blocks in this update. There's the horn coral fan, there's the dead brain coral fan, there's the dead bubble coral fan, the dead tube, and the dead fire. I'm sure you're familiar with various different versions, and the interesting thing about these is not only do they exist and you can place them on the side of blocks. Again, personally, I feel like, no one's a coral fan in Minecraft, right? Like, oh, look how exciting and unique all these blocks are. Like, I don't think that's anything anyone thinks. Like, I get it, maybe you're a coral fan, but let's be honest, to like this, you'd have to be a dead coral fan. Hey, I'm hilarious. But no, more seriously, one of the interesting things about, I just threw away my phone in case you're curious what that noise was. But yeah, one of the things about this that might make you curious is the fact that it's not only one secret feature that they've added, the bedrock thing of like being able to, obviously see, have dead coral fans, which is nice. Like being able to kill your coral fans might be your favorite thing. But the interesting thing about them is the fact that you can actually place them on the tops of blocks. And again, this is also a bedrock feature, but they look much better in this form. Seriously, look at these blocks look at this block, very ugly. Look at this block right here. The difference is pretty stark in my opinion, and although they all look even more samey in this form, like, can you see any difference here? Are they the same? Who knows for sure? Although they look pretty samey in this form, I would say, the fact that they do look different and the fact that they have something going for them, it is kind of nice. And of course, this doesn't only apply to dead coral fans, you can do it with the alive ones too. So yeah, in case you like regular alive coral fan, you can do it there as well. Why do we have dead coral and dead coral, and only just now got dead coral fans, but not other stuff? That's I guess a bigger question to ask. But yeah, for now I will say we've got these rather nice little corals that look like this. Coral reefs have therefore been updated. And yeah, one of the key draws of this update was changed, and they didn't mention it. And this has happened a few times with 1.13 actually, and it does raise some very interesting questions that I'm not entirely sure what the answers are to. Like, I'd love to speculate and say, well, you know, clearly they're, like, they intended to have the feature, they're embarrassed they didn't, and they're pretending it's been that way the whole time. Maybe they just think that, like, you know, they want to focus on the fact that this is all about the, you know, it's about the bug fixes. By mentioning that they added something new to the game, it'll make people think that they're not focusing on bug fixes, when clearly adding dead coral to the game, it's very easy. It's literally, you know, like 5 new block IDs. You can do it in an afternoon, you know, like, if that. So, yeah, maybe that's the reason they don't put it in there. Or maybe it's a huge, you know, Mojang conspiracy to cover up the truth, and that they don't want us to know the secrets of the dead coral fan. I don't know, but yeah, for now, it's a very odd thing, it's an interesting thing, and it's something I wanted to mention. It's always running in this Minecraft world. I hope you all enjoyed this video, covering the 1.13 pre-release. I want to cover here, because I always cover both announcements at the end. I think the fact that this is taking so many pre-releases is really something they didn't expect, because obviously, they wanted this update to release in May and then June, and you can kind of feel where they're coming from, where it's like, we could have released it, but it would have been a buggy mess, and I guess it's a good thing to say it not releasing as a buggy mess. I think fewer things, you know, I think we should appreciate sometimes, that although it's annoying having to wait, and, you know, again, if you're in Java, especially now you see people like myself playing on Bedrock, you know, Aquatic Update, it can be extra frustrating, but I think it's an okay thing to wait a little bit, so that when you do finally play it, when you do finally explore in your legit survival worlds, which you could already do if you really wanted to, it will be functional, it will be working, and it will be properly out there. And this is going to be the same for console editions, by the way. When it comes out for console, it's going to be there in its fully bug-fixed state, and its fully playable state, and although there might be a bug here and there, it's mostly going to be a solid experience, and that's something I think, having played a lot of Bedrock, I have a newfound experience, you know, newfound appreciation for is what I'm looking for, and it's something that maybe you should feel too. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video, hope you learned something from it. You can like the video if you did like it, because it helps out the channel a lot. Let us know you do like the Minecraft news videos, share it if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're around here. Make a guess in the comments down below if there'll be a pre-release 9 and maybe a pre-release 10, and then together we can collectively see who's the smartest when it comes out. But yeah, for now, hope you all enjoyed it, because I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.